Is it working? Ah, it's working. Looks like it's working. Alright, better do my posts. And we GTFO from that. And whoop. And there's that. Okay, cool. Let's open the Twitch app. Alright. How's everybody doing tonight? Mobius Y here. It's Tuesday. It's Stellaris Console Edition night. Well, single player anyways. Starting just a little bit early. I know I pretty much never do that. But, you know, whatever. Just gonna go ahead and make sure that everything's working. Doo-doo. Hello? Alright. So we're gonna jump back into our Blorg stream game. Here we go. Whoop. There it is. Alright, not really 100% up to speed on where we left off. I know we got mind over matter. There's a few other things happening. I think I'm largely just trying to expand the empire, right? Take a quick look around and projects. Right, we are getting the enhanced... What the? 51 months remaining. Really? Okay. We are getting the higher grade science labs. Oh, show. The living state, that'll be handy. What did we just finish? Oh, we got the biolabs. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're working on those. And we would really like to see some mega engineering sooner rather than later. So, we need to finish certain high-grade technologies. So let's take a look-see. We've got battleships, deep space installations. Those are required. We need 0-point power, which we have. So that's good. And that means... What else did we need? I posted a list on Reddit of all the Tier 4 engineering techs. And you need 10 of them for mega engineering to even show up as an option. Oh, we're looking over here. Okay, what's over here in Pleon again? Okay. So we've got Pleon Science and Pleon Foods. We don't really want to upgrade these labs just yet because we still have... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, Moby. Moby. Well, let's plop... No, let's leave them there. Screw it. Let's just build a science lab here. Leave it at that. Need a second science lab, obviously. Bashpat Mining is the place to be, but we're still just waiting for pops to grow. And I remember I was just sitting on a third Ascension Perk pick, and I'm thinking World Shaper would be a really good pick. Defender of the Galaxy would also be quite good. This will come in handy much later on as well. Good thing I double-checked that my mic is on, eh? Because of the big damages bonuses to endgame crises events. But it also increases everybody's opinion of us by plus 20, so not a bad pick. World Shaper is useful almost throughout the entire game for terraforming things, and it's super handy for, you know, way later on when you're terraforming Gaia worlds, if that's what you're doing. However, I'm thinking Consecrated Worlds would be the top go-to pick right now. Why am I thinking Consecrated Worlds? Well, our Unity production, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not that great. We've adopted our 4th tradition. We have 5 colonies. We've got quite a bit of pops and all that jazz, so our tradition costs are just going up and up and up and up. So Consecrated Worlds would help with 2 things. One, we'd get faster growth speed on our planets, especially our new colonies that are still building up, or I should say still growing pops, and it will boost Unity generation, which is pretty good. The happiness bonus is kind of nice too, especially considering that we just got a happiness bonus by adopting the Harmony traditions, and we're going to get one pretty soon with the Paradise Dome. So I'm kind of thinking Consecrated Worlds. It's useful throughout the whole game. We're generating a lot of influence every month. We're getting over +5 every month, as a matter of fact. So I think this will be kind of useful. And this is an Ascension perk that we'll still be able to pick even when we shift away from spiritualism. We didn't start with spiritualism, so we couldn't take it first. That's why I went with technological ascendancy. And Consecrated Worlds does not show up if you have not adopted spiritualism. However, once you take it, it's permanent. So screw it. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's take a look. See, we're going to get at Bash Pat Mining. 225 right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll consecrate Bash Pat Mining right now. And that just jumped up our production by a little bit. Not very much. But there was a slight uptick, I noticed, in minerals generation, which is pretty cool. Complete. Most importantly, this will increase growth speed. So now we're looking at 1.58 per month. Not too bad. Psionic foods. Okay, so we're still generating a decent amount of food, which is good. We probably want to leave one tile intact for the Paradise Dome. And we still need a planetary capital on this planet, don't we? Yes. We're only at 8 out of 10 pops. So, the Timid Gamer. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Oh, forgot to speed up the game. Okay, let's see. Our second strike force. Are we strong enough to go after that control thingamajigger? We took some heavy losses, if I recall right, in our last battle. It depends on how our ships are designed, I suppose. We could use a battleship, I think. But how expensive are they right now? 1455. Holy crap. Okay, well, we got destroyers with point defense. Our cruisers are just all guns. Alright, well, let's, need a level 6 spaceport, right. I'll go ahead and just do 1, 2, 3 more. Okay, let's move this person onto this structure, and we'll make this a biolab. And then we'll leave this one... Ooh, here we go. Ooh. Refresh our, or I should say re-up our patronage with the Artisan Troop. We do have quite a decent backlog of minerals right now. Or I should say energy, excuse me. Basic Science Lab. I need to turn that into an engineering facility. I'm trying to go... How many... Like, we have 23 tiles here, so 22, 21, 20... That's going to be tough to do, but I'm thinking like 7 physics labs, 7 engineering labs, and 6 bio labs would be ideal. So let's go an engineering facility here. And then, can we consecrate this world? Geez, how the heck did we jump up? Oh, right. 225 times 2 is 450. My math is terrible, apparently. Do we want to consecrate that world, though? Or should we do a different world? Blorg, that's our home world, so that's done. Borchi Foods is just about up there. Muford Power, we're not hurting for energy, so yeah, let's go ahead and do Psionic Science and consecrate that world. There we go.
Research complete.
Scientist Holly Yardley, busy leading physics research, is now level 5. Space-time theory, done. Beautiful, I like it. Let's see. We've got an expertise in field manipulation, so planetary shields will go very quickly. Let's just get that out of the way. Not that it's one that I really want to pick, because it's not terribly useful. It gives us the planetary shield generator, whoop-de-doo. I've never used that building, ever. So that should kind of tell you how I feel about that building in general, really. Oh wait, you know what? We'll do 7 physics. We'll do 6 physics labs, 7 engineering, and 6 bio labs because we'll want to use a tile for a Paradise Dome. And I'm thinking this one that has +3 food would be the one to go. The space page of Borchi Foods is done. Okay, cool. And this one's done too. Let's go ahead and move this guy over here. Do a science lab there. Okay, now, Borchi Foods, you're going to have the pleasure of being the first level 6 spaceport. Now, we're going to go ahead and talk to Rig and Commerce Exchange. They already have high opinion, so let's go ahead and trade for some minerals. Boop, boop, there we go. We can still talk to the curators, I think. Curator Lambda Enclave, can you aid us in our research? We would like to purchase... Oh, 2,000 now. Oh, crap. We can't get that just yet.
Complete.
I sank too much into converting energy to minerals, apparently. Which kind of sucks. Okay. Quickly are these guys growing? 1.58 per month. Alright, that sounds pretty good. So, next tile on Bash Pat Mining. I don't know. We've filled out all the ones that will get an adjacency bonus, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Is there anything else we need to build on this planet besides a Paradise Dome? No. So we can just get mining networks on these remaining tiles. This one on the bottom right, this one on the top right, and this one with the 1 point of physics. Alright, let's go ahead and get a battleship. And we'll do one more cruiser as well. Alright, Psionic Science. Upgrade this to a biolab. It'll be ready by the time that pop is done. I really just want to get this processing hub out of there. We need lots of guns to take out these little dinky defenders, and then we'll still need enough things, namely destroyers, with point defense to have survived, because pretty much the only weapons that this home base ore grinder really has is... ooh, what's this? Blorg, your species is a most worthwhile addition to the galactic community. As a token of our esteem, we have decided to bestow on you a generous gift of valuable minerals and resources. What the? Really? They're going to give us 3,000 minerals and 1,000 energy for, like, no reason. Okay, cool. Thanks. Alright, let's go back to the curators and aid us in our research, please. Boom. There we go. Thank you. Beautiful. So now we've got Patron of the Arts for 3170 days, and then we've got this for 3,500-ish. So we'll lose... Oh, that's a good year plus. We'll lose our Patron of the Arts a good year or more before we get... we have to re-up the Curator Insight. That's a ways. Oh, well. Okay.
Construction complete. Research complete.
Psionic Science, that's all done. What do we got now? Living State, beautiful. Targeted gene expressions. Let's go with... We haven't hit our core sector system limit yet, so let's go ahead with interstellar campaigns. Now, I forgot to double check our policies and edicts. Encourage free thought, that's fine. We want that. Let's activate droning optimizations as well. This increases our mineral output by 10% throughout the Empire, which is pretty cool. We're actually getting pretty close to being able to consecrate another world already. So we'll probably do Mufrid Power. Because... Alright, I'm just going to upgrade this to a power plant 2, just like everything else. At some point down the road, we'll obviously upgrade all these power plants, because I'm pretty sure we have the technology to get power plant 5s.
Research complete.
Well, 5s and 4s. Planetary shields, done. Alright, what do we want now? Let's see. You know what? Let's get the barrier point defense. That could be somewhat useful in the fight to come.
System survey.
Alright, how are we doing on Borchi Foods? Got one more cruiser on the way. Let's queue up... Yeah, let's queue up 2 more battleships. This is going to take a while for them to build. But you know what? Whatever.
System survey complete.
It's a while before we get that that enhanced point defense technology anyways, so that's fine. Alright, power plant 2. Now, let's upgrade a few more spaceports, shall we? So, this one, let's definitely upgrade Blorg. There we go. And then we just got to wait a few months and we should be able to upgrade another one somewhere else. So, Borchi Food. So, our first 3 planets, Borchi Foods, Blorg, and Mufrid Power. Those will have grade 6 spaceports. Wow, I haven't upgraded this one at all. do that now, so we can throw a solar panel network on it. These guys should have an observatory. Good, they do. These guys don't even have a spaceport. Ugh.
System
Awful.
survey complete.
Alright. Bash Pat Mining. How you doing? Okay, cool. Let's plop this guy down here.
Construction complete.
We got Muford Power has finished its construction queue. Very good. And we can already start building the next power plant for the next lovely little Blorg. Spaceport of Muford Power, fully upgraded. Okay, good. And now Bash Pat Mining, still working on that. Spaceport of Blorg, fully upgraded. That's what we want to see. This spaceport I'm not too worried about. Man, I need another... Alright, let's get some engineering facilities, yeah? We need 2 more? Well, 3 more technically, I guess.
System survey complete.
Where do I want to put it? Oops. No! What am I doing? Did not mean to do that. Idiot. Just plop it down here, maybe? I don't know. I will put them over here. Use this empty tile.
Construction complete.
Muford Power is done.
Construction
Upgrade to
complete.
Power Plant 2. Very good, very nice. Bash Pad Mining. Need a mining network too. Really need to get whatever technology for the better mining
Construction
networks.
complete.
We should have mining network 3s and 4s by now. Spaceport of Bash Pad Mining is done. Alright, let's get the solar panel network. On the plus side, our overall production is on the up and up at this stage, which is good. Could really use another mining colony, I think. Alright, let's do Pleon Science. Consecrate... Oh, that's already a consecrated world, duh. Yeah, let's do Muford Power.
Construction complete.
Screw it. Muford Power. Alright. What next?
System survey complete. Construction complete. Construction
there.
complete.
Pleon Silence. Science. Excuse me. Silence. Pleon Silence. Rawr. Pleon Silence. I kill you. Alright, we're on our last battleship. Hopefully this is enough to take this out. And the sole reason we're doing this is because this little thingy here should give us, I don't know, like 15 minerals, 20 minerals a month? Maybe? And maybe there's more things in this system that we don't know about yet. Alright, Harmony. Minded Body is good because you get the increased leader lifespan. But we're going to do the Greater Good to reduce unrest, which doesn't do much of anything for us right now. But that means our next tradition pick will be Utopian Dream for the Paradise Dome. Ideally, I want to consecrate every world because of the Unity generation bonus, obviously.
Construction.
I think next up, maybe. I don't know. Should we do Prosperity next? Probably. Why do I still have an Energy Nexus here?
Research complete.
Still trying to figure that one out. Superfluid materials, beautiful. Okay, now we can do... Let's do coil guns. Because completing coil guns, continuing down this, gets a bunch of stuff done. We get the auto cannons, we get the mega cannon, we get all the way down to Gauss cannons. Excuse me. These are all technologies that are helpful in meeting the
Construction complete.
tiering requirements for having mega engineering unlock. 601 fleet power for our battleships. That's very odd. I'm used to like 2,000 or more. Anyways, Jeez, I don't feel comfortable with how many destroyers we have. Let's get a couple more. We'll just do 2 more. Leave it at that. That's about 4 months out. The Nizar system has been fully surveyed. Beautiful. Where's this guy? Why are you just chilling over here anyways? And this guy in Ajandis. Oh yeah, he's going to swoop in there and do the thing. Okay. Okay, you need to be assisting research, and you need to be assisting research. Why didn't I look at this sooner? Oh right, because I'm stupid. Let's see. Ooh, the collective self. This will be really nice. Increased Empire leader capacity, increased influence from factions, reduced leader recruitment cost.
System survey.
What could go wrong? We're getting 3 influence from factions. Why? Which faction is giving us that much? The spiritualist faction. Crazy. Our xenophile faction is also giving us a fair bit too.
Construction complete.
Well,
System
Spaceport
survey
of Borchi Foods is done, so we should be a-okay. Alright, we're gonna risk it. Hopefully this is enough preparation, enough military
System
might.
survey complete.
We'll have to find out. Everything should be decked out with a pretty decent amount of shields because the mining drone lasers have like 100% armor penetration, so I'm gonna slap on a bunch of shields. You know, I've always kind of liked the look of the full broadside fungoid cruiser. I think it looks cool. Devs really did a pretty good job with ship design in Stellaris. You know, another game which actually has incredible ship design that I also play on the side as well. Ooh, gravitational analysis? That could be somewhat useful. Reduce the cost of buildings. But we want plasma or UV lasers. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. Let's get UV lasers. That's one step closer to particle lances. Oh, yes. There it is. Deep core mining. That's kind of what we want. But you know what? Railguns, we get the research speed bonus. Okay, so these guys could be a problem. These are the ones we need to die quickly. Blat, 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 blat. Take them out before we lose too many cruisers,
System
if
survey
any.
complete. Situation
There we
log
go. Now we got a big group here. These guys should die a lot more quickly, though.
System survey complete. Situation
Okay,
log
so
updated.
that's it for the protectors. So let's GTFO. We'll get the science ship in there to quickly research projects in the system. And we'll get our guys fully repaired. I did not expect the little defensive squadrons to fly that far away. Unfortunately, securing Blorg independence can no longer be a priority for us. You know what? That's fine. You guys do your thing. It's all good.
Incoming
But do you hate us right now? No, you like us. You like us a lot. What do we got here? You want star charts? Negative. But I will do you one better. Whoop. Let's see. Offer trade deal. Information. Take my star charts for free. Oh, you know, not transferring systems. And what else can we give them? Let's give them a little bit of energy. About, 500 or so. There we go. For no reason. They clearly don't need it. But we'll give it to them anyways. The Jubilant Mandate accepts this gift with
System
gratitude.
survey
No
complete.
problem, buddy. We didn't even get a favorable trade deal modifier. That sucks. I didn't think so because, they apparently weren't really getting anything that they really needed out of it, but that's okay.
System survey complete.
Alrighty.
Debris.
Jeremy
analyzed.
Gaming. What's going on? Debris
Construction
analyzed. We're just getting research points. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so the star base, spaceport, excuse me, done. We got 2 more destroyers to help with fending off the little strike craft that this guy's going to deploy. This might be overkill at this point. Keyword might. We'll find out. I just hope we have enough, between our 6 cruisers and 3 battleships, I hope we have enough firepower to drop this thing pretty fast. Really? I didn't do this? Do that now. I mean, to be fair, setting up for defenses against certain, you know,
Analyzed.
certain offensive techs that an opponent is using, yeah, that's all well and good,
Special
but
project complete.
it seems like, ooh, prismatic lenses, beautiful. We're going to take that, plus 10% research speed to physics, or is it science output? I think it's output. Hang on, prismatic lenses, yeah, plus 10% output, so when we go to Psionic science, we take a look here, and you can see there, physics research, the bonuses, prismatic lenses, plus 10%, so it's output, not research speed. Anyways, like I was saying, it seems like, you know, 99% of the time, the better thing to do in a video game is just, you know, the best kind of way to defend yourself against an enemy's arsenal is just, you know, beef up your arsenal, strap on as many guns as possible so you can kill them as quickly as possible. A dead enemy can't do damage to you, you know, that kind of thing. See, hostile station engaged. Here they come. Pretty sure the robots inside were like, "Release the swarm!" And look what happened. Come on, point defense, do your job. These things have like really, really crappy targeting because they kind of just go all over. See, the main processing hub does have a few lasers, but not many. There's one more tower over here, and there's this one here. I think that's another laser. See, most of its defenses are those little strike craft. Now that they're dealt with, should largely be okay. Maybe. Unless this thing's getting evaporated. No, he's kind of holding strong. A little bit. Might lose a cruiser here before we drop him, but, you know, it's a very small loss. I was expecting worse. This looks like a bunch of really, like a whole crapload of rapid-fire tachyon lances. Well, small-scale tachyon lances, I should say, I guess.
Situation log updated.
There we go. Jackpot. Beautiful. And we lost a cruiser. Yep, right at the end. That's okay. Alright, you guys go get repaired, do your thing. Research projects and system, then survey the system. Okay, cool. Now we can finally take advantage of that. Now, let's get back to Bashpat mining. What's going on here? Still not done growing that pop. Unbelievable. Now, what do we got? We got railguns coming in. Cool. Still exploring the galaxy. That's always beautiful. What the heck happened here?
Research complete.
Species G-Brew. Species Haspalv. Huh, interesting. Railguns, beautiful. Okay, should get... Let's get advanced railguns. Alright. And, you know what? I think the next step, we're going to start upgrading these engineering facilities. This won't do a heck of a lot, but it'll increase the amount of engineering science points we are generating, which will help. I can do grade 3 labs on Blorg. Beautiful. Now I'm lacking 4 minerals. Awesome. All right, what do we got? We finished UV lasers. Very good. Oh, there it is. Quantum field manipulation. We can do the highest levels of power plants. We've also got another upgrade to shields. Let's get quantum field manipulation. That's going to take a while, but we'll need it. Gamma lasers, 10% progress. Cool. We got that for free. So we could actually be working on that right now. Blorg, upgrading the engineering facilities. That's right. Let's see. So we could move our capital world back to Blorg so that we upgrade all these science labs to the grade 4, which is the highest level science lab you can get for the 3 branches. However, I think we'll leave it as Mufrid Power so that we can get the power plant 5s on this world, and they will pump out a butt ton of energy for us. Now, the next big thing we got to do is clear some tiles. There's one. And now we can do... Where are they? Zeracor, there you are. We would like to trade for minerals, so we're just going to trade a little bit. There we go.
System survey complete.
Clear all these tiles. Look how that worked out. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and rebuild that cruiser. And now we can do Cleon Foods Spaceport. We still have the bottom 3, our 3 newest planets could use upgraded spaceports still. Alright. Oops, no, what did I just do? Oh, Moby, you are so... Oh, look, I did it again!
System survey complete.
I think I'm just getting old.
Survey complete.
Alright, mining networks. Yes, please. Next time that thing shows up where we get the mining, where we can get the mining network 3, excuse me, I think we'll just pick that because we really need to be able to upgrade these mining networks. And the other thing, too, is on the planet Blorg, we can get rid... how much have we been... We can get rid of the energy nexus. There we go. Probably going to make that... Well, let's see. We got 1, 2... Okay, so we got 17 tiles. 3 are being used up by BS because Planetary Capital, Temple... Ministry of Culture and Hypercoms Forum, so that's actually 4. So 17, 4. We got 13, so we should do 4 of each. We've got 4 engineering labs. Okay, 1. How many biolabs do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's our biolabs, and then physics labs. Probably have, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So we're kosher there. Actually, you know what? We should probably leave this and build a paradise dome here.
Complete.
Yeah. So I'm not going to replace that with a science lab. That's a dumb idea. Kind of glad I caught myself. All right. Mining network 2, please. How are we doing on Psionic Foods? We need to clear some tiles. There we go. Still can't up... Oh, I'm short minerals, that's why. Oh, geez, and I need a hydroponics farm, too. Duh. Not too worried about upgrading the planetary administration to a planetary capital just yet, obviously. It'll help because we can do the... Hypercoms forum on this planet as well as the Frontier Clinic, which will both improve Unity a little bit. I just want to get the hydro farms done first. How much to upgrade this again? Anyways, 500. Ugh. Terrible. Okay, we got enough. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, do I want to do this world, though? Let's do Blorg. This will increase happiness and Unity production, and we currently have the most Unity being produced on this planet because Hypercom's Forum and Ministry of Culture. Big brain move right there. I might be dumb, but I'm not always dumb. That's a joke and a half. Oh, I forgot we did propaganda broadcasts here to do something. I forget what it was. These guys were unhappy quite a little while ago. Well, once we consecrate this world, it'll help with that too. No, I want to wait for the hydro farm to finish building first. Okay, so we'll leave that alone. Bash patent mining, you still got a ways to go.
System survey
I can't believe we're doing all this without any art monuments. Those would help big time with our Unity production. We're going to want to replace one of these with a... Why did I not save a tile for a Paradise Dome? Aside from the fact that I'm stupid. I don't know. I do not have a good answer for that. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll do the science lab, next science lab there. Turn it into a physics lab. Now, Psionic foods. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's coming along. And Newford Power. Let's put this guy. Where should we put him? Yeah, we could just leave him right here. Screw it.
System survey complete.
Zenekiber.
Construction complete.
Is that supposed to be like backwards? Rebikinaz? Bloodluster. How you folks doing tonight? Thanks for coming by my quiet little stream in its own corner of the internet. Appreciate it. I am currently playing Stellaris Console Edition, although you might have guessed that prior to joining the stream. I stream this once a week.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's upgrade this to the Physics Lab 1. We'll leave it at that for the time being. Could still upgrade these engineering facilities to the final form.
Construction complete.
So that they can pump out over 9,000 science. Alright, foods. I gotta think.
Research
Could really
complete.
use an art monument. I'm thinking I would want to put one on Pleon Science because it's already a consecrated world. The collective self is done. Okay, next up. Let's do fleet support because I quite like the engineering bay. And the crew quarters aren't too bad either. Plus, that's a pretty quick project right now. Do I have any decent new leaders? Oh, hey! Research speed rocketry and plus 10% research speed because he's psychic. A one de Tinibu. He, she, it.
Complete.
Right now that Blorg is looking at me with this most disgusted face ever, and it's like, did you just assume my gender?
System survey complete.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Research complete.
Advanced railguns. Okay, there's Gauss cannons. And then we can also start auto cannons as well. So here we go. Here's another tier 4 tech. Working towards getting that mega engineering to pop up. Gotta get those advanced techs. And we got another tradition. Here we go. Paradise Dome. Boop. One and done. Okay, so let's start plopping down some Paradise Domes in some spots. Gonna put one here on Blorg first. There we go. And Borchi Foods. I don't know why I didn't save a tile for a Paradise Dome. Still trying to figure that out. Anyways. Let's go ahead and replace this hydroponics farm with a Paradise Dome. There we go. And Mufrid Power. Ooh, what are we going to do here? Wasn't I saving a tile? I was probably saving this one or something. And then I had a brain fart because I'm old and forgetful. Oh, it might have been this one where the Galactic Stock Exchange is. Good job, Moby. Let's get Galactic Campaigns. Actually, hold the phone. Share the burden. We don't have robots, though. They're currently outlawed, so that's fine. Let's see. Mufrid Power. Where are we going to put your Paradise Dome? Now we could just stick it right here. This is a decent spot, but I'm pretty sure that I did screw up and plopped either this power plant right here on this +2 food tile or this one here where the Galactic Stock Exchange is. But you know what? We still got one right here, so screw it. Hi, your vids have helped out a lot. What do I do to get a protector to become a vassal? Nothing. You gotta wait. A protectorate becomes a vassal once they have researched a certain amount of technologies that their overlord has already researched. And it's a pretty high amount, if I recall right. I think it's about 50% or something silly. I can't remember. Do I have a protectorate under me? Yeah, okay, so Vetricius warrior clans. We technologically enlightened these guys. They're right next to us here on Fruitful Endeavor. These guys. These friendly looking things of chitin and weird noises. Anyways, they are a protectorate. They have an independence guarantee from us, but you can always revoke that if you want to. They also pay 90% reduced tech costs for any tech their overlord knows, and this helps them to finish those technologies until they complete enough to become a vassal. And like I said, they turn into vassals once they research 50% of the amount of techs compared to their overlord. So with that 90% reduced tech cost, they actually can get through them pretty quickly. But like I said, you just have to wait. There's no real way to speed it up aside from... geez, I don't even know. Of course, you can also release them from being your subject or start integrating them so that they become part of your empire and all that jazz. I don't really know what you can trade with them. You can't trade a research agreement with them because they've already got that big cost reduction. So you pretty much just gotta wait. It happens eventually. It does take some time, but it will happen. And I'd be willing. I'd figure that part of the stuff that'll determine how long that takes is, how late in the game are you, Like, if you're 300 years into the game and you've been doing repeatables for the last 150 years, it could take a while of a lot of in-game time before they catch up to you and become a vassal, so... We'll want the hypercoms form before anything else on this planet. Crank up that Unity production. Okay, there we go. Paradise Dome here is done.
Construction
Beautiful.
complete.
Nevertheless, though, Jabez the Bold, oh, you know what I should have done? Oh man, I am an idiot. I should have replaced the... We don't need the Frontier Hospital here anymore. I should have replaced that with the Paradise Dome. God, I'm dumb. Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Construction complete.
That is 100% what I should have done. Newford Power has a unused Paradise Dome on it. Anyways, Jabez the Bold, I appreciate the sentiment. You know, the whole point of my videos for whatever game subject I cover, like it was the same with World of Tanks console when I first started my YouTube channel. It was the same with Mass Effect Andromeda when I moved on to other things. You know, I want to help people, you know, learn stuff, start to get a better grasp on game mechanics, and essentially just get better. That's always been my aim. So it's always nice to hear when somebody passes it on that, yeah, it's actually working. That tells me to a certain degree that the kind of stuff, the method that I pass on information is understandable, and it's relevant information that people, you know, are seeking, if that makes sense. I might not be wording that very well. Alright, we're waiting another month, and then we'll queue up the Paradise Dome on this tile where we have a pop growing. You know what, I guess it's not too bad that I didn't replace that Frontier Hospital, because it is generating like 1 point of unity on Borchi Foods. So, probably want to keep it. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good candidate for an art monument. We can replace that Frontier Hospital with an art monument.
System survey.
Yeah. 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 Look at me big braining over here. Not really, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's queue up the Paradise Dome on this planet next. Just gotta wait 2 months for those minerals.
Enemy troops landing.
What the? The migrating forests on Pleon Foods have resurfaced. We knew isolated pockets of their kind had survived several remote areas, but they appeared dormant. It seems they used this reprieve to replenish their numbers, and they have begun to systematically attack our settlements. Contrary to what we believed, they clearly possess some form of rudimentary intelligence, and they're out for revenge. Well, that's the opposite of awesome. Crap. Can we build any defense armies? I don't think this will be done in time. Nope, not even close. It's not going to work. Alright, well, we got to get some assault armies then, because we're going to have to take this place back. We can only do 3 right now. Crap. Crap. Maybe the militia can hold them off. I doubt it, but we'll see. You're doing a pretty good job so far. Oh, you know what? It's because the fortifications are all still in place. Duh. So yeah, I got nothing to worry about then. I was freaking out over nothing. I do that a lot. Freak out over nothing. Alright, let's get the solar panel network up and running. We're going to do a orbital hydroponics farm on this world.
Construction complete. Enemy invasion defeated.
Beautiful. Works for me. Well, crisis averted. And I didn't even do anything for it. The best kind of crisis aversion. Do, 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 do. Alright, Psionic Science. I need 1,000 minerals to get an art monument from the artisan troop. What can we do here? I'm trying to think. Could probably plop an art monument down here as well, but nothing. Not too concerned about that just yet, because we do not have the mineral income. Alright, let's go ahead. This will use up about half of our current influence. I kind of prefer to consecrate a world, but increasing mineral output on this world would be pretty handy for the next little while too. Man, I really need to get some upgraded mining networks.
System survey complete.
I could probably put an art monument on this world too once we're done with the growing of the colony. Okay, so we got about another year. We got about another year. Oops, what am I doing? This one. We got Curator Insight for a little over another year, so hopefully we can build up enough energy where we can re-up that. Probably not though, because we're only getting 34 every month. And in 12 months, yeah, that's only going to be in like what, 400? So, gonna lose some science output for the next little bit here, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. How are we doing on our traditions? We're doing okay, not that great. I really need to save up and get an art monument. So much to do and not enough minerals to do it all.
System survey complete.
I'm just curious if anybody else in chat has any other questions that I can answer for you. I am more than happy to. I like to try and add at least one little tidbit of did you know on these live streams. I feel that it's kind of useful for the people that do watch the Let's Play videos that I put on my channel. Partially because I have way more of those than I do of the like tips and strategies stuff for Stellaris Console on my channel, but I would very much... It's a matter of me just, you know, no longer procrastinating and being a lazy putz and actually getting around to making videos explaining the mechanics of the game, which has been an idea in my head for many months now.
Construction complete.
Every time I sit down and it's like, yeah, I should probably work on that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, yeah, but I want to play. I want to play games. I don't want to just, you know, give lectures about them. God. Idiot. Morgan Freeman, what's going on?
Construction complete.
We're about an hour into the stream right now, buddy. So I'll be going for a little over another hour here because we're not quite at an hour yet. But yeah, not much has gone on. We took the third Ascension perk, which I did not pick in the last bit. I went with Consecrated Worlds, and we have consecrated a few worlds. To increase things like growth speed, happiness, and most importantly, Unity output. So I'm going to go ahead and consecrate Orchy Foods, because we're going to throw an art monument down on this world. We're going to replace, the Frontier Hospital, which is generating 5.1 points of society research, which is pretty nice.
System survey complete.
And it's also getting us 1.77 points of Unity. But I'm going to replace it with an art monument.
Transmission.
Or do I want to do that? I don't know. Maybe I should just replace this hydroponics farm right here, because we can totally afford it. Active sensor link? Sure, whatever. Yeah, okay. On second thought, I think I'll just replace this hydroponics farm. It's the least productive farm on the entire planet. And We could really use an art monument. Okay, we can afford one now, so let's go ahead and talk to the artisan troupe. We want to commission an art piece. It is 1,000 minerals and 25 influence. It is a deal. Beautiful. All right, Borchi Foods. Let's go ahead and replace this. There we go. Now the art monument produces 10 unity. That's its base amount. This hypercom's forming is producing 10, but that's because of all the bonuses that we've got going on. And we have a lot of bonuses. It only produces 6, so this art monument is probably going to produce, like, I don't know, 18 or something? 17, 18 maybe? We'll see.
Research complete.
Ooh, what do we got? Quantum field manipulation, beautiful. We definitely want that. Let's go ahead and get these gamma lasers done. Galactic campaigns. We could get the Hollow Temple, but you know what? Auto-curating vault for the win. Hell yes! This will really crank up Unity production a fair amount throughout the entire Empire because it adds a plus 10% Unity production modifier throughout the entire Empire on every building in the entire Empire. So this would be a good time to start saving up for more art monuments. I'd like to get one more down and plop it on Psionic Science for sure. You know what else we can do on Psionic Science is clear that tile, put the Paradise Dome down with this +3 food. What's the real benefit of raising food cap? Honestly, nothing, because when you crank up the amount of food that you can store, you're no longer you're stockpiling food. It's no longer being applied towards the growth speed of the pops. However, in the event that something catastrophic happens to your entire empire, and either your pops all get like stupid unhappy, or you lose your sources of major food generation, etc., etc. Let's just say that you're no longer producing enough food to keep your citizens fed, and you actually start losing a good, 24 food every month. Obviously your stockpiles of only 200 food are going to run out way faster than if you have a stockpile of 5,000.
Construction complete. So
it's really just a kind of, a preparation for a just in case kind of thing. Look at that, 17.8 Unity off of the art monument. Pretty badass. So yeah, it's never. I apologize if my mic's making noise. I am wiggling it around a little bit. So, I mean, it's never. There's the upsides and downsides to increasing the stockpiles of your food. Like I said, I like to do it because it. Just in case something awful happens. I must admit, I play on real easy. Oh, dude, don't we all? That's fine. But yeah, it is more of a just in case kind of thing. Like or if you get in a war and you lose a bunch of your planets, or your opponents are just like a devouring swarm or something, and they completely cleanse and eat your planets that are producing food for you, and you lose all those pops or whatever, or that planet, it becomes unhappy and then starts generating a whole crap load of unrest, and it's not very productive anymore. Stuff like that. Well, the bigger stockpile will give you more time before you need to be in real panic mode to get things back under control. That's about all it does. Nothing amazing, nothing terribly fancy. I totally forgot about this. Oh my god. How many mining stations? Yeah, see? 18 minerals on that mining station. Man, that could have helped about half an hour ago, couldn't it? We were constantly sitting around waiting for minerals. Totally slipped my mind. I knew the whole time that we're going along, and it's just like, oh yeah, I think I'm actually keeping on top of things for once. Nothing slipping my mind, I'm getting everything done. Setting out, completing all of our little personal mental objectives for the entire empire. Things are going smooth. can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think this is the first time where that nagging feeling that's telling me I'm forgetting something is actually full of shit. But you know what? It's all good. Then I take one look over there and go, oh yeah, I did forget something. I'm an idiot. There's a word for people like me. I believe it's called hopeless. Alright, so I'm thinking put the art monument down here in this tile where there's +2 minerals. It'll be a while before a pop grows on it and starts producing the unity off of it, but that's fine. Because this pop is growing decently fast. These guys here, what age are these guys in? Iron Age. Huh, interesting. They're militarist and xenophobe. Star charts. You know. Stellaris Star Technocracy. You can have them for free. Here you go. Have fun. Admiral gains trait. Beautiful. Fleet logistician. That's always good. A fine gift, Blorg. You have our thanks. You're welcome. I didn't even do anything. I'm currently playing 2 games. One is a tall influence intel build with 1 point in military. I'm around year 140. This is the furthest I've gotten. The tip you gave on having elections every 10 years has really helped. Yeah, in the video that I did, well, the videos, I suppose you could say, where it's like your first game, go with the United Nations of Man because it's easy, it's straightforward. People do... I know new players have a lot of difficulty dealing with influence because, you know, it's really pressed into you with that little tutorial, expand, 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 and the first thing that people learn on how to expand is build frontier outposts. So they go balls to the wall building frontier outposts everywhere, and then it's like, oh my god, I don't have enough influence, I don't understand this mechanic, ah! And, you know, things start to really suck. Especially with the elections going on and using influence to try and elect certain leaders. But on the plus side, by completing those, like I said, by completing those mandates, you do get a decent dump of influence every 10 years. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it's more than enough to keep your influence stockpiles at relatively good levels. So we'll put the art monument here. It'll be inactive for a while, but the next pop that starts growing, we'll put it on that tile, which will be great. I do want the Paradise Dome to have a fully grown pop on it first, because it'll increase the happiness on this planet, and thus the production from everybody else. There we go. 99 minerals every month. That's a significant improvement. I've found that I always have like multiple games on the go on this as well, usually more than 2. Like I started another one planet strategy, like the old school one with the synthetic ascension materialists and whatnot. I'm still fiddling around with another one planet strategy that involves using spiritualism and psychic leaders to give you research bonuses and whatnot, but you know, most of the strategy is still largely the same. But I'm starting to play around with that a little bit too. I think we're going to save up minerals for a 3rd art monument. We'll put it here on Pleon Foods, and then we can consecrate this world in a little while. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm still playing around with that. There's the Nation of McGruber, which we stopped that stream game, you know, last fall, like November or something, just before I did the one planet strategy playthrough where we owned everything. And what do we want to pick here? Nuclear missiles? F that. Let's get kinetic battery. And like, I'm still playing the Nation of McGruber, trying to purge the Prethorn Scourge from the galaxy, which I will have an update on very soon, as a matter of fact. Let's just say things have gone quite well. So, you know, I think some people who really like that playthrough will be happy to see what has happened with the Nation of McGruber. Subject integration begun. Okay, that's fine. Not our problem. We're still getting a lot of influence. Look how much we are getting. 3.68 influence from factions. Oh yeah. the Xenophile
System
ethos,
survey complete.
those guys are happier with us too. Very neat. Yeah, like I've always got multiple Stellaris games on the go these days, apparently. I never have just one. Excuse me. But I do play other games at the same time is the big thing. One thing that I've been playing a lot of lately is Dreadnought on the PS4. It's a very interesting free-to-play game. I don't know if anybody's familiar with, like, World of Tanks. Ooh, what the? Whoa, what? You knew it's there. What? Are you not set to evasive? I guess not. No, he's not, because I had him... Ah, damn it! He's probably gonna die. As soon as the Ether Drake opens his mouth and shoots the big laser. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. Son of a... That was a good scientist, too, if I recall right. He had Roamer and Meticulous. Damn it! I can't believe I screwed that up. Alright, well... Shh. Expertise psionics, like we really need that. Okay, I'm not going to replace him. Screw it. Anyways, I was trying to say it earlier when I commented on the ship design in Stellaris. But the ship design in Dreadnought is really cool. Dreadnought's a free-to-play game on the PS4. It's also available on PC, I do believe. But it's like, you know, think like it's a World of Tanks, World of Warships kind of progression style, and in that, you know, ships have tiers, and you earn XP and currency as you play matches, and you earn XP for that particular ship you're playing. You also earn free XP, which can be applied to any ship, and you also unlock modules. Where in World of Tanks you unlock, you know, better treads, better guns, all that stuff. In Dreadnought, you unlock modules that do completely different things. So you could use one module which boosts your weapon damage for 20 seconds, or you could change it to a different module which is like a warp jump, and your ship literally teleports partway across the battlefield. What the? Why are these guys going to war? Cinematus Primus and Juven Mandate. Really? Why are they all going to war? Anyways, you can also get, you know, more weapon-oriented modules. Like you could get something that have a module that shoots out a salvo of really long-range missiles, or you could have it shoot like a medium-range nuclear missile that has like area damage and creates a big explosion, stuff like that. It's actually really cool. I quite like it. I've kind of discovered it last year. Played it off and on for a little while. I hadn't touched it in months, and then I started getting back into it again a few weeks ago, and I quite enjoy it. Another good one is No Man's Sky. I bought that for launch back in 2016. I've been playing that a bit on the PS4 as well. It's a fantastic game now. I think No Man's Sky is like the number one underdog / comeback story of the gaming generation. It's been pretty incredible. But yeah, like Dreadnought in general is actually really cool. You've got different ship classes. You have little light, nimble corvettes, which, you know, they're piss weak, but they're small and they're very agile, and they pump out a crap load of damage in a short amount of time. You have artillery cruisers, which are they're fairly big, but they're more like long and narrow, and they have really powerful cannons that are very long range and whatnot, and like they're kind of the game's snipers, so to speak, but they can do so much more than that. And, you know, some of them are very agile. Then you have the tactical cruisers, which are kind of the support cruisers. Their main thing is that they repair friendly ships, but you have different, you know, depending on the company, how how do I word this? The manufacturer of the ships. There's 3, like where in World of Tanks or World of Warships, for example, that you have the countries that develop the ships and the tanks. In this one, you have, because it's based in space, you have these fictional ship manufacturers that have their different quirks between their ship designs and whatnot. So you'll have then there's only 3 of them. So one of the manufacturers, its tactical cruiser is the most versatile. It has this repair beam that also doubles up as a damaging attack beam when you shoot enemies with it. So it's very versatile. Then you have another one that uses mostly its modules to repair its friendlies and then weapons to defend itself. So you launch out little repair pods. You have these little repair auto beams shooting out from you as one of your modules, that kind of stuff. And then there's another one which has no kind of offensive modules or anything like that, but it is the best at repairing because of its modules and its really high repair rate with its beam, stuff like
System
that.
survey.
And then you've got destroyers.
System survey.
They're kind of like the middle ground of everything, where the Corvette is really fast and nimble, pumps out a bunch of damage. Then you have the Dreadnought, which are like the big tanky things. They have the most HP. They have the most damage reduction when their shields are active, but for the most part, they're the slowest. Out of 2 out of 3 manufacturers, they're the slowest. But then you have the destroyers, which are kind of middle of the pack between the Dreadnoughts and the Corvettes, so to speak. Where the destroyers are like really good all-rounders. They can be tanky, they can be nimble, and they can pump out damage. And like it's cool because, like I said, each manufacturer has its own quirks between the 3 types of ships. Like the Dreadnoughts, there's the one kind of Dreadnought which you can't really get until you're higher tiers already. And then I need to consecrate this world, don't I? Yes, I do. There we go. And then like this one manufacturer is called Jupiter Arms. Its Dreadnought is like, it's big, it's bulky, it has the most HP, it has the most DPS output of the whole game, but it's slow as piss and barely moves. Like, it has to warp jump onto the battle like every time. And then you've got the Akula Vector manufacturer, their Dreadnought. It's big, it's bulky, but it's faster than the Jupiter Arms one. Not as much HP, doesn't do as much damage, but it's definitely more versatile. It's kind of the more middle-of-the-road one. And then the third manufacturer, which is Oberon, their Dreadnoughts have the least HP, barely more than Destroyers in terms of total HP. But it's actually very maneuverable as a Dreadnought. Still pumps out a bunch of damage. It can essentially outrun and still outgun most ships in the game. And like, they all have different play styles. They all get different modules. Like, some of them can get nuclear missiles or nuclear torpedoes, or like stasis torpedoes or warp jumps, and then some others can't. Some of them just get various long-range missiles, various short-range missiles. There's special things that like one whole class gets. The Dreadnoughts get these broadside cannons where you pull up and you turn your ship sideways, and you can get your broadside cannons depending on what kind they are as well. There's like scatter shot, there's ballistic broadside, there's plasma broadside, so you can like turn your ship to the side while you're shooting at your target with your main guns. Turn your Dreadnought to the side and hit it with your broadsides as well to just pump out a crap load of damage really quick. It's a really awesome game. It's kind of surprising how well designed it is, and the ship designs in it are extremely cool as well. Like, very, very well done. The ship itself changes its look depending on what kind of modules you have equipped and all that jazz. They want to give us a bunch of minerals for a research agreement. I am all over that, baby. Gamma lasers, done. Beautiful, I like it. Interplanetary Research Initiative, yes, please. Almost done the automated curation algorithms. Do we have an art monument on Blorg? No, we do not. Do we want to put one on Blorg is the real question. Ooh, scientist revealed as psychic. Not bad. No, I don't think we do. Let's just go ahead and upgrade the current existing science labs. We'll start with the physics labs. And that's it. I just spent all of our minerals on upgrading science labs. Anyways, enough talking, but between Stellaris and Dreadnought and No Man's Sky, I think I said this last week, but that's kind of like my trifecta of space games right now. When I want to rule over a space empire and whatnot, and use use my brain to its fullest and strategize and plan ahead and stuff, I hop on and play Stellaris, which is most of the time. When I want to, and you know, when I want to feel like I'm taking command of one of these capital ships in one of my Stellaris fleets and whatnot, I go play some Dreadnought. Big capital fleets, big capital ships slugging it out with each other. It's pretty cool. And when I feel like I want to, you know, take the role of a science ship and go explore new worlds and whatnot, and catalog new discoveries, I go play a little bit of No Man's Sky. It satisfies a lot of itches in a very short time span for me. You know what? We're going to go ahead and talk to Zurikor again. Let's get some minerals. Don't need a lot. That'll do. Automated curation algorithms. Ooh, Ministry of Benevolence as well. We could really use that. Alright, Mufrid Power. We need to have a chat, buddy. Where is your hypercom? Oops, what am I doing? Where's your hypercoms forum? Need to upgrade to the auto-curating vault. Hopefully we'll get the Ministry of Benevolence fairly quickly as well. So this will up all Unity output throughout the entire Empire by a decent tick. We'll see that pretty shortly. My favorite part is starting over. Oddly satisfying. I agree. Starting over and it's just like, all right, it's a new Empire. You know, what's going to happen? Where am I? What am I going to experience with this game? I agree. It is very oddly satisfying. But it's a cool experience. Where else can I put an art monument? I don't know. I need to upgrade these mines, that's for sure. But we can get 2 more art monuments. I just can't put them on Bashpat or Pleon, Science Pleon Foods, or Borchi Foods. Maybe we could put one down on Mufrid Power. Yeah, actually that would be really good. Art monument on Mufrid Power. We're not really hurting for power right now. What we need is mining. Before we do that, though, because that's 1,000 freaking minerals, we're going to upgrade. Do we have a governor? You're on Mufrid Power. I don't want you there anymore. And we are going to do infrastructure projects to further reduce the cost and increase the build speed of these bad boys. So let's go ahead and start with these structures that get the double adjacent bonuses, and then ones that are producing a decent amount. So we'll start with those first, and then we go around. It's much cheaper to upgrade this way. Alright, there we go. And they'll finish much more quickly. I've had to start over a lot, but I ask myself why it did not work. I see it as failing my way to success. Yes, and I really wish more people felt that way, as opposed to people getting upset over, oh my god, I got killed in this war, and then I started over again, and I got killed again, and then I started over again, and I got killed again, and it's like, dude, relax. That's part of the game. You're not going to win every Stellaris game unless you A, know what you're doing, and B, intentionally make it easier on yourself every time. By, setting the AI aggressiveness to low, by setting the difficulty to normal, etc., etc. It's okay to get beat up in this game. But I was the same way. I had to start over numerous times. My first several games, I think compared to how you guys have seen me play now, as to when I was playing, in the first 3 months after the game came out, well, 4 months, I suppose. I think, I think the time between when I started the stream game with the Cytherians, which was currently my longest running one, I think, and I have that all on my YouTube, I think you can see a definite difference in the time between then to the time with the Nation of MacGruber. I feel like I got a lot more efficient at things. I knew what I was going for. And even between playing as the Nation of MacGruber and doing the One Planet strategy, and even now, I'm not sure how to word it. I mean, if you just go back, to some of my older videos, just Let's Play videos, watching me play then, I think you see it's you play totally different. You're a lot more precise with your picks and whatnot, and it's what you're. It's largely I knew what I was doing by that point, but it's also I knew what I needed. if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't, because I'm not wording it very well. Alright, let's get another art monument. Artisan troop. Unpause the game, please. It is a deal. Beautiful. Alright, so now Blorg has finished its construction queue.
System survey.
Let's see. We've got one there. Bash Pat Mining. See, I still don't know if I want to do one on Bash Pat Mining. I don't think so. We just want to do mining networks because we need those hot minerals. But yeah, we'll put one on Muford Power. That leaves us one more art monument, probably for a new colony. And we could use a new colony somewhere. Alright, so let's build that. Boop. There you go. Alright, now we got a pretty kick-ass amount of Unity pouring in now, I think. As soon as this auto-curating vault is done, you'll see what I mean. We're currently producing 195 Unity every month. When we get this new tradition, our last tradition was about, what, 60 months or something like that? So, 5 in-game years. 64 months, was it? That should be very different with this next tradition. Well, maybe not. It might be about the same, which is a good sign. Search complete. Kinetic battery. Beautiful. Mineral isolation. Yes, please. Let's grab that. It's going to be a while, but let's grab it. We'll be able to get those grade 4 mining networks up and running. I'm glad to hear that you are thoroughly enjoying the game, though, Jabez the Bold, even when you get your butt kicked and have to start over for whatever reason. Maybe you're not getting your butt kicked. But I've seen it too many times on Reddit and in YouTube comments where people are getting genuinely frustrated and are on the verge of giving up on the game because it's like, I've lost every game so far. And it's like, well, yeah, that's kind of normal. Everybody does for the first few games. Okay, so let's get kinship. There we go. And now, oops, I forgot to check. 41 months. So we've actually reduced the time to getting our next tradition pick, which is awesome. Because of all this extra crap we have gotten. Definitely the art monuments have helped. The auto-curating vault is always helpful. We're going to plop the Ministry of Benevolence down probably on this tile here with this 1 point in physics research. This world is consecrated too. That's good. There's got to be... We've consecrated Blorg. We've consecrated Bash Pat Mining. Borchi Foods, I believe, is consecrated. So Pleon Science, I know, is consecrated.
System survey.
Pleon Foods. Okay, we've consecrated all of our worlds. All right, that's fine. Guarantee revoked. Right now, the scary thing is that all the other star empires, well, just about all of them, they're either superior or overwhelming compared to us. I'm not counting these little dinky guys, for example. Have you heard the good news? Like, these guys are not doing as much expansion and whatnot as we are, even, for example. I don't think they're worrying about their military. But, like, the Juven Mandate, G-Brew Corporation, Alari Star Technocracy, Kundan Republic, Star Realms of Cinematis Prime, like, all those guys are either superior or overwhelming to us right now because we have been, I should say, I have been quite negligent of worrying about military buildup.
Construction complete.
All right, let's go ahead and queue up mining networks here on Bashpat Mining. How much more construction do you have to do? A lot. Okay. Muford Power has finished its construction queue. Very good. Oops. How long for that Ministry of Benevolence? Less than 3 years. I was going to say that another kind of video I'd like to do is something talking about what I would love to see come to Stellaris Console this year. And I'm not talking about like DLC and all that jazz and you know, the additional DLC that PC already has. I don't really, for lack of a better way of wording it, I don't really care about that just yet. Growth percentage always confuses me. Does a planet with 0 or negative food really grow that much slower? No. I'll give you an example. Mufrid Power. We produce 9.7 and consume 21 food on this planet. Okay, we are producing 9.7, and what's that from? Probably our Paradise Dome. Have I plopped that down somewhere yet? I don't see one. Oh, there it is. 6.75 is from our Paradise Dome. And then we've got 3 more from the Orbital Hydroponics Farm. So that's where all the food is being produced. However, if we double check, we're consuming 21 on this planet, right? Because of the number of pops we have. We have 21 pops, so they're consuming 21 food. However, if we take a look at the growth speed on here, growth progress 2.01 per month, okay? Because we have a frontier hospital, we have this world consecrated, plus we have the genome mapping technology, plus we have plus 10% from our leader, and then plus 10% from the A New Life tradition pick. Sorry, these bonuses are applied after it calculates the amount you get from food surplus, I do believe. Wait, that can't be right, no. 10, 20, there's 30, 40, 50, 60% plus 0.2, okay. So it takes the base, it adds on how much from the food surplus, so in this case it would be 1.2, and then the base amount plus the bonus modifiers, and then it adds those all together. That's how it comes up with 2.01, okay? So now if we go to Pleione Foods, which hopefully still has a growing pop, which it doesn't. Where else is growing? Is this one we were just looking at? No. Different planet. See, this guy also has growth of 2.0 per month, right? And they are... It's getting a -9 value of food. But if I checked any other planet, like even this planet, Pleione Foods, if we still had another pop growing, that pop would be growing at roughly the same rate. Your growth speed is empire-wide. You need enough food throughout your empire to have a food surplus going on, and with enough bonuses... Ooh. So between your food surplus as well as any other bonuses that you have going on through traditions or your ruler or what's the other stuff? You know, certain edicts and stuff like that. We no longer see any reason to keep you locked out of our territory. Oh, all right. So yeah, between all that, it's empire-wide, and it's the same throughout your planets. Where it changes is if you have multiple pops growing on the same planet. That's where something totally different comes in, and I really don't have an answer for how that works. Let's go ahead and guarantee these guys independence. This will increase their trust of us, so that we can start to get into some positive relationships with them. So we have plus 10 opinion from guaranteeing independence. As we build more trust, we can get a maximum of 50 trust with these guys, and it's going up by not very much. That's fine. Let's go ahead and offer a trade deal. Information, take our star charts. How about a research agreement for 30 years? Here you go. There we go. They like us a lot more now.
Survey complete.
They still don't like us enough to get a non-aggression pact going, though. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, when you have multiple pops growing, and I'm not talking about, you know, like with robots. Robots grow at their own pace, and it's pretty much a set speed the whole time, which is depending on whether or not you have taken the Flesh's Weak and the Synthetic Evolution Ascension Perks. That's pretty much it. Organic pops, if you have multiple organic pops growing on the same planet at the same time, then the growth speeds are thrown way out of whack. One will be growing, you know, a little bit slower than normal, and then if you have like two others growing, those two will be growing very slowly. If they're all of the same species. If they're of different species, I'm not 100% how that works. I still haven't figured that out myself. To be totally honest, I think it's kind of more half and half when they're of different species, or they just grow at their usual normal rates simultaneously on the planet. I mean, I'm not 100% on that. I know for certainty though that if you have like 3 pops of, you know, quote unquote the same species, and when I say that, I mean you go to people, you go to species. Let's say we had like 3 different subsets of the Blorg species with slightly different traits and whatnot. If we had all 3 of those kind of pops growing on the same planet, that's what I'm referring to. Where one would be growing at slower than normal and the other 2 would be growing stupid slow. So I think it kind of divvies up the total pop growth between all of the organic pops that are growing on the planet in that fashion. I'm not 100% on that though. I do need to do some more research, although I don't think I've really found anything concrete insofar, as I'm largely just going off of personal anecdotal experience. So don't quote me on that. But to answer your question, no. If a singular planet has 0 or negative growth speed, that's not going to 0 or negative food production, that's not going to negatively affect its growth speed. Oh, well, we have 2,600 minerals. What to do with it? Could finish upgrading these biolabs. Start with the Biolab 1s. Upgrade those to Biolab 2s, shall we? Now, Bashpat Mining is about to be fully developed, which is pretty badass. Ooh, that's something we could do. We can replace this Frontier Hospital with a art monument. So let's go ahead back to the contacts. Artisan Troop, we wish to commission an art piece. It is a deal. Can we do it one more time? Nope, we cannot. So we've got all 5, which is perfect. That's what we wanted.
Complete.
So once we get this mining network fully up tree, we will queue up an art monument getting rid of this Frontier Hospital. Yes, I'm going to be losing some science generation and a little bit of Unity output, but it's a small price to pay for getting another art monument and cranking up that Unity production. Look at this. We're gonna finish off the Harmony tradition tree and get Transcendence before the end of this stream. I would very much like to save up so that we can get like Galactic Wonders for our next Ascension perk, but we're not gonna have Mega Engineering by the time that happens. It's not even close. So that's perfectly fine. All right, replace another art monument. There we go. All right, now that we're sitting on almost 2,000 minerals, all these worlds are largely done. I think we should, upgrade our science labs here on science, Psionic science. Okay, well, actually we should clear some tiles. There we go. Start with that. Then we'll upgrade to grade 3 engineering facilities. 750 minerals later. $1.93 per month. Okay. So we're generating 62 food each month. I don't think we need to worry about another food colony, especially considering our 2 smallest colonies are for food. What do we got over here? We got 2 15-tile worlds and an 11-tile world. What's over here? 16-tile continental world.
Construction
That's the wrong system.
System survey.
Zoom in on the right system next time. Increased happiness and society output on this planet. Huh. Interesting. Let's go ahead and upgrade all these biolabs. There we go. You know what? We really want to be looking in the expansion planner for any worlds. Minimum habitability, we'll leave it at 40%. Selected species, all. And we're going to organize them, boop, by planet modifiers. There we go. Actually, can we organize them by the size? There we go. Okay, so we've got some 25 tile worlds somewhere. That's within their space, so that's very unhelpful. What about over here? That's available. It doesn't have a planet modifier, but maybe it has some tiles like alien pets or Betharian stone. Nope, it's got none of that. But it would be a pretty good colonizing candidate. We're just lacking influence right now. Have to run. Have a great night. I'll catch the whole stream on vid later. Yep, sounds good, Jabez the Bull. Thanks for dropping by, man. Hope to see you again either later this week or even next Tuesday. Actually, this wouldn't be a bad system to colonize either, because we got 2 asteroids with 3 minerals each, plus another planet with 3 points in engineering research. That's a pretty good candidate. Well, let's try and save up enough influence to get over there, to rush over there, colonize it before it falls within the territory of these other guys. And look at that! Right when we finish the art monument, we're already done this pop. It is fully grown. And we are generating 214 Unity per month now. I forget how much we were at before we started this stream, but I wager it was about, oh man, I want to say at least 70 points less than this. Because the art monuments, all of them generating 10 points each, but with all the bonuses, each and every single one of them is producing more like 17. So you're looking at 50 plus about another 35. Not to mention we built the auto-curating vault. So that increased it on a certain planet by 4 points and another 10% throughout the whole empire. Plus we consecrated a bunch of worlds, which increased output by 15% on each planet. So yeah. We might have straight up doubled how much Unity we are producing. I just realized what time it is. We've got a little over 20 minutes left in tonight's stream. Pretty crazy. I haven't done any of my shameless plugging yet, which is unfortunate. I'll save it for the end of the video. No point in doing it now. I'm sure that's annoying for some people when it's just, you just said that 20 minutes ago. Dummy. See, my problem with getting the Hollow Temple is, yeah, it increases Unity output of the temple building, but it further increases spiritualist ethics attraction. And we don't want to stay spiritualist. Well, I don't want us to stay spiritualist. Let's get it anyways. Increased Unity. We could use it right now, so screw it. The Interplanetary Research Institute. Where am I going to put that? Huh. I should have put it here, where the art monument now is. Man, sometimes I'm really good at pre-planning, and sometimes I have these moments where I just go, God, you are so stupid! But we still have a tile here with some science generation. We can put it on that. Mandate of Tabaris. No, you cannot have my star charts. But, or sorry, we will not trade star charts, but... I don't know if you guys can hear that. You can take these for free. How's that? I should still be... We only have the one federation going on, and I should still be associated with it. Right? They must be at peace. There we go. Those guys make such interesting sounds when you talk to them. Can we colonize this yet? No, 289. Holy crap. How much are we generating now? 5.12. I mean, I could send a construction ship to build a frontier outpost in the meantime, but that would also cost a boatload of influence. And in the long run, it would just cost us even more influence because it would still be 30 influence to colonize a planet within our borders. Alright, so Blorg... Whoa, what just happened? That was interesting. Did anybody else see that? Or am I just on drugs? Oh, there's something we can do with all of our minerals.
Construction complete.
Damn it. Blorg has finished its construction queue. On the plus side, though, our minerals are coming in pretty decently now. 119 per month. That's, you know, I mean, it's not great by any means, but it's a lot better than what we had. There we go. Bulwark of Harmony. And now, the event that nobody has been waiting for, but is going to happen anyways. Transcendence! Wah, 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 wah. The Great Awakening. The Blorg species has experienced what can only be described as a great awakening. For a time now, we have been aware of the great psionic potential inherent in our species, but such powers have only manifested themselves in a small minority. Until now. Almost overnight, Blorg everywhere have unlocked their full psionic capacity. It is as if some sort of communal pool of Blorg psychic energy finally reached a critical tipping point, collectively awakening the latent abilities of our brains. Telepathy has already replaced most verbal communication between Blorg, and this is only one small example of the innumerable changes our society is faced with. We are now tied together in a way few of us could have ever imagined. The veil has been lifted. Do, do, do. Bum bum. Now, can we... not yet. Waiting for the option to breach the Shroud. That should pop up at some point. So those of you who have never completed the Psionic Ascension path, you are in for a treat. The Shroud is easily... Oh, there we go. The Shroud. Like a muffled whisper in a dark room, the Shroud calls to us from within our minds. It is a primordial realm... It is a primordial realm of pure psychic energy that came into being at the dawn of time. All creatures that have been gifted with psionic abilities tap into the Shroud in some way to draw power, even if only subconsciously. Since our transcendence, we have begun to see the Shroud with greater clarity. There are patterns where once even our strongest telepaths could see only a formless mass of swirling energy. There are other things as well. Spirits of a sort that gaze back on us from the other side, sometimes with curiosity, sometimes with kindness, and sometimes with malice. We are still in the process of learning the extent of our new powers, but it may be possible for us to commune with these spirits. It will require the combined efforts of our most powerful telepaths. Issues special project, Breaching the Shroud. We must explore the Shroud. So we're going to wait till the next month. Breaching the Shroud available. We need to research this. Right. Ooh. You know what? We'll wait for the Hall of Temples to finish first. And by we'll wait for the Hollow Temples, I mean we will wait for the Hollow Temple technology to finish researching first.
Research complete.
There we go. Interplanetary Research Initiative. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get these hot extended combat algorithms. Me likey. Now, Mufrid Power, you need a Ministry of Benevolence.
System survey complete.
Which you're right there, and we're short a fair amount of minerals. And same thing with the Research Institute. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to trade away the last of our energy for 1,000 minerals right now. Boop. There we go. Mufrid Power. I wonder, should we enact an edict to reduce the... No, we're waiting to colonize that planet. And we only need like a few more months before that's ready. So, Research Institute, and then we will also do the Ministry of Benevolence. This increases governing ethics attraction by 10% throughout the Empire, so it's further increasing the attraction to spiritualism, which is a bit of a negative. But it produces 6 unity on its own, so that'll give us like another 10, 11 points of unity. It also reduces unrest by 10 throughout the Empire, so, you know, if we had slaves or if we had conquered species that was being problematic, they would be a lot less problematic. Alright, Bashpat Mining. Need to upgrade your spaceport. We've got about 15 minutes left in the stream, which is unfortunate because we just hit a pretty exciting tipping point with this playthrough now that we have acquired Transcendence. No more active sensor link. That's perfectly fine. So, obviously we won't be able to breach the Shroud this episode. So the hope is, one more month and then Holotemple's done. The hope is in the next episode, definitely, we'll be able to get our first taste of breaching the Shroud. Seeing as how we're only about 100 years in, I'd say this playthrough's a little less than half completed. So we should be able to do it numerous times. Ooh, Citadel of Faith. I mean, it produces a lot of unity, but again, a lot of spiritualist ethics attraction. Oh well, let's go for it. Alright, so let's go ahead. Buford Power, I'm not too worried about. 385 minerals. Oh man. Brutal. Brutal!
Construction complete.
Okay. Let's put this guy here. I think I'll do another engineering facility.
Research complete.
Actually, I don't need to worry about that just yet. Let's just get rid of it. Now we'll upgrade this to a holotemple. Mineral isolation, beautiful. I like it. Let's get plasma thrusters because I will want those. And now we can do the breaching the Shroud special project. This will take a little over 2 years. Not too worried about the Citadel of Faith just yet.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
Spaceport of Psionic Foods is all done. Spaceport of Psionic Silence. Again, I just said it again. Psionic Silence. Psionic Silence. Science. I did it again.
System survey complete.
Ugh. Okay, we should. Ooh. Well, I fucked up. So I could cancel these right now and get the influence back so that we can colonize this other planet. Oh, man. It is very, very tempting. Why don't we go back on the expansion planet? Maybe we can find something closer. Barra 3? Nope, that's not going to do. That's not going to do either. 22 tiles. Nope, not going to work. Oh, that's a good planet, too. Darep 2. 17 tiles. Oh, there's 2 worlds in here. 17 tile tropical and an 11 tile alpine. That Not great picks. And this is a planet modifier increasing building cost by 10%. No, that's... I'm sorry about that. I just bumped the microphone. I'd say that planet is off the table. This one also is too.
Research complete. Construction
15
complete.
tiles. Ugh. Awful. Okay, extended combat algorithms. All done. Let's get these upgraded shields. Yeah? Psionic Science. All done with its construction queue. What else did I want to build on here? I can't remember. I don't want a visitor center or planetary shield generator. I don't care about any of that. Whatever. Alright, let's queue up a physics lab. Or, sorry. I said an engineering lab earlier, didn't I? Yes, I did. Jeez, Moby, get your shit together! Brr. Basic science lab. Alright, now we can queue up some hollow temples. Whew. About another 10 minutes, then I'm going to call it a night, folks. Look, I'm just glad that I'm not having the quote-unquote allergies that I was like last week. I don't actually have allergies whatsoever. But considering how my head was behaving last week, you'd think I did have allergies. It was quite silly. Not fun. Alright, the temple on this one. One more month.
System survey complete. System survey complete. System survey complete.
Getting that research institute.
Construction complete.
Let's just go ahead and swap these guys around now. Oh, wow. Okay. Never mind. How the hell is it a change in 15 energy? What? What? Oh, it's probably because of the maintenance of this structure. Yeah, 10 energy per month maintenance. Man, we need to get some power plants upgraded here, let me tell you. Jeez. Brutal. Bashpat Mining. Did we upgrade the temple there? Yes. Pleione Silence already done. Pleione Science. Alright, Morgan Freeman. Hope to see you again on Friday, or at the very least next Tuesday as well. And hopefully I will stop calling it Pleione Silence. And, you know, Pleione Silence. As it is supposed to be. I'm going to be referring to science as silence for like the rest of my life now, probably. Thanks for dropping by, everybody.
Construction complete.
Borchi Foods. Okay, we got our hollow temples rolling. 13 months already before we can adopt our next tradition. What we're going to do is we're going to go for prosperity so that we can get the transstellar corporations. This allows us to unlock the private colony ship. Super useful when we're expanding later on. And we no longer want to have the whatever...
Construction complete.
You know, our current governing ethics attraction. That's what private colony ships are very good for. Then right after that, we get the pursuit of profit, which turns the one energy nexus we have in our empire into a building that also produces a little bit of unity. That will come in handy. I'm thinking our very next colony will have to be another power generating colony. Our minerals are okay for now, but with the amount of big buildings we've got coming online, I think we're going to need some more power. We need more power. Especially considering that this research institute already puts us in the red. Pleione Silence of the Lambs. Oh, I should have called it that. once I realize that I'm an idiot and I'm just going to call it by the wrong name for the rest of my life. Okay, let's upgrade these power plants. This will obviously help with our current energy generation. Let's go ahead and move this leader back from Bashpat. No, let's leave him there. Fuck it. Maybe we should hire a new one. It'll set us back a few months. Psychic unrest minus 15. Yeah, that doesn't do very much. Nah, I'm on drugs. We'll leave it alone. I don't want to use more influence. I screwed us over earlier by building those big structures, the research institute and all that jazz. It was very dumb. And we really needed to colonize that new planet, but, you know. Nobody accused me of being smart. Let's get impulse thrusters. Gotta get that mega engineering.
Complete.
Man, it's like every month. It takes a whole brand new month before we can build a new power plant. Unreal. We need more power. We need to increase our mineral generation. Ugh. The list goes on and on. How long you been here, Cyphus? You just been quiet for the last little while here? Kind of wish you were here sooner, but that's okay. Real life is a thing. I get it. Let's see. Let's upgrade this one first. Governing ethics shift in the mandate of Tabaris. They are becoming more xenophilic. Interesting.
Special project complete.
This seance, after days of being locked in a hypnotic trance, our psychics in the conclave of telepaths have finally managed to open a brief gateway into the Shroud. Now that we have established an initial psionic link, we will be able to access the Shroud through the contacts menu in the future. To make any kind of meaningful forays into this realm and meet the beings who dwell there, we will likely have to make use of special psionic emitters to extend our psionic reach. Our psychic reach, excuse me. This will consume a tremendous amount of energy. Time to reach in and see what we find. Okay, so here we go. This is the first time we are breaching the Shroud, and we can't because we don't have the energy. The Shroud. It is unbelievably strange and unsettling, but also immediately familiar. Anyone with psionic powers will have seen this place in their dreams, though they likely did not know it at the time. We linger now at the precipice of this realm, not far from the empty void of the in-between that serves the boundary between here and normal space, or what we would call the real world. To venture deeper into the Shroud will require great effort on the part of our telepaths, as well as a large amount of energy. We must not dally, excuse me. Even now, we are being watched. Alright. Exit the Shroud? What did that do? Are we still mustering psionic strength? Nope. Okay, so if we don't enter the Shroud right away, we can try again. Okay, cool. Okay, so if you don't enter the Shroud right away because you don't have enough energy, you can just wait until you do have enough energy and try again. That's very good to know. Here I thought it would just be, no, you gotta wait the 5 years for your psionic energy to be mustered before you can do it again. That would royally suck.
System survey.
So what the Shroud essentially does is it allows us to talk to gods a little bit. There's a couple things that could happen. We could be contacted by a kind of deity, which offers us a boon. When we form a pact with them, and these boons could be, you know, numerous. It could increase like growth speed by a significant margin. It's a lot of different things. I actually don't know all of them. Adopt prosperity, yes please. But at the same time, any of these pacts will also have bad things happen. Like, while you have a huge boost in growth speed, it could be now and then that this deity, I believe, like, called the Eater of Worlds or something, I can't remember, it could very well make a pop disappear because who knows, maybe it ate it. You don't really know. It's not really clear. But, you know, a pop disappears and then happiness throughout your empire drops a little bit because it's like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? And then everybody's freaking out. So, you know, people are understandably upset. But also, you can get various boons like enhanced ship speed for a limited time until you're able to contact or breach the Shroud again. And other times you get the chance to learn a specific psionic technology. And some of the psionic technologies are the most powerful in the game. For example, psionic shields, or I should say psi shields, best shields in the game. There's another type of shields in the game. I believe it's enigmatic shields, which you could get from the enigmatic fortress. Those shields are as good as psi shields, I do believe, but those two types of shields are the best in the game. There's also the it's a type of computer. So if we go here, we go to core components, we go to the combat computers. I believe it's called the precognitive interface. It's one of the better computers you could give to your ships. It gives really good tracking to all of your ships that equip it. So it basically greatly increases the odds that they will hit their targets with their weapons because of this. So it's pretty cool what the Shroud can do for you. And like keep in mind that unless you continue playing the same game for a very long time, where we're talking like 600 in-game years, I want to say, it's highly unlikely that the bonuses and technologies and boons and just the events that you get from breaching the Shroud, it's highly unlikely that they will be the same between two games. Like I said, unless you play two games both for a very long time in-game. And then by a certain point, it's just like, well, I've done everything in the Shroud as is. But after a certain amount of time, it's very likely that, oh, well, now I have everything that I had in the previous game when I did this. Well, yeah, obviously. But, it's very likely that you didn't get them anywhere near the same order, Like this one time you got psi shields, it was like the third time you breached the Shroud, whereas the other time you got psi shields, it was like the 300th time you breached the Shroud. Alright, I'm largely just going to save up more minerals to upgrade these power plants to the next level. Actually, I'm not even going to bother with that because it's pretty much go to bed time. We've hit the 2-hour mark. Things are going okay. Our energy is going back up. This pop is growing on the Ministry of Benevolence, and 1.93 per month. That's pretty good. So he'll be done fairly quickly. Now the real question is, what happened to Ashley Easterbrook? Did she die? I think so. The election was a little bit unexpected, but I guess it was right around the 50-year mark. And we are an oligarchy, so it does make some sense. Alright, we have passed 100 years in the game. So we still got a ways to go. Alright, that's it for that. So hopefully in the next playthrough we will get the opportunity to breach the Shroud altogether. It's in the contacts menu here, the Shroud, near the bottom of the list. So we'll be able to actually reach into it once we have enough energy, I think. And we'll see what we get. Yeah, should be very interesting. And again, we need to work towards colonize. Oh, hey, let's queue that up right now before we take off here. Colonize, and we will colonize from. Let's colonize from Psionic Science, And where can we put this? I think we'll want to make this another energy world because we could use more power. Especially since we're using a lot of energy now with the artisan troop, and they might start costing more every 10 years. The curators already cost 2,000 energy every 10 years. And now with reaching into the Shroud, that's just more energy. So yeah, I think we'll go Bistramar power. There's no planet modifier or anything like that, but that's fine. There. Okay, so we queued that up. Let's go ahead and save the game again. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be it for tonight, folks. Big thank you to all of those who came by and watched live. Jabez the Bold, Morgan Freeman, Cyphus, and a few others that were here that were not talkative. Zanekibur and Jeremy G. Gaming. Good to see you again. We'll be back with the Blorg hopefully next Tuesday, as this Friday I'm going to try again to do that multiplayer game where we get different people in, taking over for the people who were in the game from a little over a week ago. Or if we do get the same people, the same people wouldn't be so bad. We get everybody switching empires, except me, obviously, because I'm the host. I have come to the sad conclusion that I cannot change empires. It would have to be everybody else. I don't know. Maybe we'll get everybody just playing the same empires. We'll see. But whatever. If you're interested in, at a future time, dropping in on that Friday thing and taking over for somebody during the next multiplayer stream, please let me know. Xbox Live message works, but you could also join the Discord and let me know there. Shoot me a message or leave a comment on the video on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, if you did watch this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more Stellaris Console Edition content, subscribe to the channel, as I do upload at least once per week, since I stream this at least once per week. And you can see my playlist. There's the Stellaris Console Let's Play and the tips and strategies kind of thing. Also, check out the links in the description below. My Twitch channel, which I streamed this off of. It would be great for coming by live and watching me play this live on Tuesday, or possibly even a Friday night. My Twitter feed, which is a great way to keep in touch with me. Also a good way to stay up to date with big announcements, like if I have to cancel or postpone a stream, that kind of stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, the Discord channel, that will be linked in the description below. So you can drop in on that. We've got a little over 60 members now. It's a pretty quiet place, but you can pop in, say hi, talk with other people. We have Stellaris Console Edition players from both Xbox One and PS4. So if you want to set up a multiplayer game with other people, it's a pretty good place to come in and do that. Yeah, that should sum it up. Thanks very much for watching. This is Mobius Y signing off. Have a great night and enjoy the rest of the week. I'll see you again real soon.